Hi once again. Welcome to my vlog. I'm Nika, and this afternoon I have decided to tell you a story because there's quite a few actually telling me. Some of my friends have been telling me that why don't you do a little personal vlog about you and about what I'm experiencing at the moment, and what's the one thing that I am fighting for at the moment, and I will always be fighting for the rest of my life. So I decided to make a little inspiration to people who are experiencing probably on the same level that I am experiencing as well while growing up, and until now, and until for the rest of my life. So come on, enjoy. So now, let me start by telling you that I am a DM1. And for you who is not aware of what is DM1, it is an abbreviation or an acronym for diabetes mellitus type 1. So meaning I am a juvenile diabetes, and I have been in this situation, I have been diabetic for about 27 long freaking years. Okay, so that means that I am an insulin dependent. I have been injecting myself 2 times a day, twice a day, for the past 27 years. And in case you are not aware of that disease, that disease is considered as an immunocompromised illness. Okay, so when you say immunocompromised, meaning my well-being is not really that 100% healthy because I am a juvenile diabetes. All right, so okay, I'll start by telling you I'm actually at my most comfortable place right now talking to you, and I'd wanted to share this to people also who are experiencing the same situation, maybe not diabetes, but for some other immunocompromised illness. All right, maybe lupus or some other stuff. I'm sure you can relate to me. Mood swings and all others, the maintenance is just so much. It's very costly to live, actually, to be normal. It's very costly to be normal. But anyway, we are going to start this vlog by just a little bit conversational. I'll give you tips. I'll give you some tips. I'll give you top 5 tips. Okay? So come on. There are 5 tips that I'm sharing this to all of you. So number 1 tip is your food or your diet. That's always number 1. You have to be careful with the food that you eat. I mean, I'm not saying you can't eat anything at all. Okay? You can't eat, but in moderation. Okay? Of course, you always have to know the food that you are gonna eat, because whether it's less carbohydrates or complex carbohydrates and paired with proteins and all, but if you're diabetic, please never go into keto diet. That is absolutely not recommendable and not good if you're diabetic. You can never go into keto diet or any forms of diet. If you're diabetic, you follow your dietitian with a diabetic diet. Okay, in my case, I eat but in moderation. Okay, and then next is your medication. Medication is another important key of our life. If you're diabetic, you know the concept of a house and a lock. I'm sorry. The concept of a lock and a key. That's how you should do the thinking if you're diabetic. If you are insulin dependent, take it as an example that an insulin is the key, okay? The key to a lock. Because if you eat food without the insulin, those foods that goes into your body will just be eliminated. You will just urinate it, poop it, and it's gonna be useless. Nothing will happen to you. Okay? Those things will just go into waste. So that's the concept of the medication, the insulin. When you inject and you have your food writes the key so you can go into the different cells of your body to distribute the nutrients. That's how it is. Okay? So in my case, I do twice a day injection, one in the morning and one in the evening. And then the most important thing in between is always your glucometer. Okay, your glucometer is very, very important, because then you will be able to monitor your blood glucose. And another one is your insulin. In my case, I am using from Novo Nordisk Ryzodec. So of course the medication will vary. So it's not you can't say that you see my video and then I'm using this type of medication, you can also use it. Of course not. Okay, I am using this one because in accordance to my blood glucose, this one is effective to me. So you have to be very, very, very careful when it comes to that. Number 3 and the middle one, the third of the fifth, okay, is the exercise. It is very, very important that we as diabetic needs to move. If you have the food, you have your medication, you should move, because it would help a lot of the circulation of your blood. So it doesn't mean that you need to go to the gym when you say exercise. And then again, it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to go to the gym, because I know a lot of people who's making it as an excuse. They always say, I cannot go because the gym is so expensive, and doing an exercise is it's taking so my time, and I'm working, and I'm this, and I'm like that. But those are excuses. You cannot do like that. If you're diabetic, you have to do the proactive way. You have to move, and you have to live your life like normal. Exercise. See how sweaty I am? You see how sweaty I was? Okay, and that video was taken earlier today, because I decided to. I like to move. All right, so. Number 4 is a good mental thought. Alright, it is very important to maintain a very good mental thought. You have to think positive almost all the time. Because especially in this situation, in this pandemic time, you cannot just stay in one corner and just feel bad about it. Remember, if you are diabetic, or if you are in a situation wherein you are on a category of immunocompromised situation, you have to be the person that can develop a very good mental state, because in that way everything else will follow. Because if your mind is unhealthy already, everything will just be so unhealthy, and the people around you will be affected of your thought and your aura and everything. It's just not nice. And you're supposed to be an example of your own self, to be on the go, to be nice, to be smiling all the time, and to be very positive in life. So stop sitting on one corner and wallow and think negative. Come on, get up your ass and dance and be ready. Last but not the least is you should find a good doctor. A good doctor is very, very important if you are a diabetic, because that is your support system aside from your family. Okay? Now you have to develop a relationship with your doctor, because everything that's related with your illness can only be can only be answered by your doctor, okay? And don't ever think, don't listen to other people. Like, people are saying, oh, you try and drink this one. You know, I've done that part, almost all of it. Like, you know, people suggesting my mom, before when I was little, my people are suggesting my mom, you go to this quack doctor, you go to this and drink this one, you drink this blah blah blah, you drink this leaf, you drink this root and boil it for 15 minutes and all of that. I tell you, I've been in that situation, and it's never good. So if you are in mind the same as my situation, please don't listen to people telling you about it and testimonies and all. Drink this medication, drink this blah blah blah, that when in fact their label does have a no therapeutic claim. But anyhow, to cut the story short, listen to your doctor. I'm very lucky to have a very, very good doctor. My doctor is just so amazing. She's in Cebu City, and she's specializing diabetes, and she's very, very good, and she's so amazing. That's why it's very important. That's why I'm telling you, it is very, very important to develop a very good relationship with your doctor, and to follow the things that what your doctor is telling you about, because in that way you would be able to harmoniously manage yourself, and you live your life accordingly to what's normal. Okay, you don't need to be abnormal, and you don't need to be special in the eyes of everybody else, because being a diabetic, we can still live a very, very normal life. And we can always be as an example of all others who are suffering in a situations like ours. And we don't need to look at life in a bitter way, and we don't need to look at life in a very negative aspect. So we just have to live life as normal as possible and follow the steps that will make us, you know, feel normal, think normal, and be happy and enjoy every moment of the day. Okay, if you have any more questions, you can just like this video and comment down below, and we'll see if maybe I can do another session to inspire more people. And if you haven't liked my page, please subscribe and click the notification bell. And see you soon on my next video. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the day. Bye for now.